scouting you guys do in the regular season and on your entire operation. When doing that relative to the draft the last few years, have you seen anything that you're doing that you could do differently to have different results, maybe especially in the second round where you've frequently gone defensive back and it just hasn't panned out that well?
Yeah, well, we evaluate everything we do and are always trying to, learn from every situation to improve, and we do that. We've done that every year since I've been here. We'll continue to do it, and we'll do the best we can this year, so we'll see how it goes.
Is there anything on that group that's a position you guys have gone back to with Cyrus and Jordan Richards and Duke Dawson and last year Juwan? Is there any philosophy in the second round that you have that says, hey, let's go and try and get some matchup type of corners or a corner or a safety or defensive back who brings something at that point?
Yeah. Well, then you got guys like Matt Light and Jamie Collins and Rob Gronkowski, and there's plenty of second rounders that have pretty good careers here. So we'll see how it goes. But look, each draft's different. Every year is different. Each player is different. So I think to sit here and rehash the 2015 draft or the 2006 draft or whatever it is again, they're fundamentals of the process, and we always try to improve those.
That was over a year ago. That's just to get us into the defensive back marker tossing. It's Tom Curran trying to get Bill Belichick to admit he sucks at drafting defensive backs in the second round, and Bill Belichick having none of it. Yeah, we want to go over the past. We're going to go over 2015, 2007.
Unless you want to talk about one of the years we won the Super Bowl.
Or you want to talk about Matt Light and Rob Gronkowski. Suck on that, Tom. Those are second-round picks. How do you feel about that? How does that taste? Right, exactly. It's the big board. We're back. The Felger and Mazz big board and exclusive draft coverage is brought to you by the Peterson School, drafting the hardest working people in the trades in Woburn, Westwood, and now Worcester. Classes enrolling now at petersonschool.com. We also want to remind you, for more in-depth analysis, breaking news, and mock drafts, go to 985thesportshub.com/draft. Our guys Matt Doloff, Barth, and Anderson have it covered all through the NFL draft. Is Barth, they've been putting out these great videos on social.
Yes, yeah, we're still doing it.
Recapping the marker tosses and then sprinkling in some legit draft analysis from, is that Barth?
Yes, Alex Barth.
Alex Barth. I'm sorry, I'm not that familiar with him, but he does a really good job.
He does.
So, while we're here screwing around, making fun of the draft write-ups and butchering the names and just, playing just horseplay, Barth actually gives you a good scouting report on some of these guys, and some of them look like actual fits and good players.
Yep, and you can find it on social. A bunch of us have retweeted it. I've retweeted it. It's on my Instagram, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea.
Okay, so those are worthwhile. And thanks to Louthie and Barth and all those guys for putting that together. They're really good. Let's vote for safeties.
I'm in.
Maz has got the Buccaneers helmet on because he just wants to replicate what it's like to actually throw with one of those things. It's not so easy, man. It's a little different, right, Maz?
Yeah, I want to simulate it. I don't like what we've been picking.
Don't hit me or the equipment, okay?
Bottom left. Miss the board.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's just going to be the obvious one. Is the big one Trevon Moehrig. Trevon? Oh, God, I'm so bad with names. Trevon. It's really not that hard of a name, Felger.
Trevon
Moehrig, TCU. He is the consensus #1 safety on the board in both Lindy's and Athlon's.
No shot at him.
Okay, so I don't know if he's still, like, these magazines sometimes are dated or they don't really reflect the real board, but both magazines have that guy as the #1 rated safety on the board. Okay? Stand by, I dropped something. Go ahead. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Taking the helmet off.
Okay. Yeah, that throw sucked.
It was a bad throw.
Okay, page 2. Murray, go ahead. Not me or the equipment. The board. Hit the board.
Oh, throw, Murray. Ricochet.
Okay, so that got the board and me.
That's your fault.
I hit the picture again. I've been hitting pictures all week.
Okay, and one thing that stands out about these safeties, they're all wearing single digits, Murray. They look so badass.
Oh, I like it.
Number 2, number 8, number 5, they're all single digit safeties. Oh, they look great. Okay, that picture is... Why can't I get a player named Steve Smith ever? This is Talanoa Hufanga. Hufanga.
He's from the islands? Like Samoan?
I don't know. I'm not like, I just want to reiterate. It's just Talanda Hufanga. I don't know. He's from USC, okay? Put him on the board. I'll give you the write-ups here in 1 second. But first, the names. It's just uncanny. I just can't get a guy. Jeff Davis, once. Can I just get one guy like that?
Marcus Johnson.
Right. Fine. Go ahead, man.
All right, here we go. Oh, that was a good one.
Okay, tell me what you hit.
Yeah, I hit right near the seam at the top. It's either just to the left or just to the right. There's more to the left of the seam.
Okay, Tyree Gillespie. Okay, he is from Missouri.
Ooh, I like it.
Put him on the board. I'll give you the write-ups in a first. I also want to thank Kelly Anderson. She is putting together the Felger Mazz. When I say putting together, actually cutting and pasting out the names and the pictures and actually putting it on the Felger Mazz big board. We're going to take a picture of this and blast it out on social as well so you know exactly who we've taken and who's on the big board to this point. But thanks to her for putting this together. It actually looks much better than my hatchet job that I usually do every year.
Yeah, I was wondering why it looks so much better than prior years.
Oh, no. This one's sharp, and it's key because we'll tweet it out or put it on social next week so that when the draft starts on Thursday, you will have all of the big board picks at your disposal, at your fingertips.
Okay.
So you can match up the big board with the actual draft.
Trevon Moehrig, TCU. Strengths, looks the part.
Ooh, love that.
He's
all right.
6'1", 205. This is both magazines have him at number one. 6'1", 205. I can already see a face.
A little small.
Small.
Little small.
Okay, but they say looks the part. He ran a 4.48.
Oh, he's fast.
Okay, looks the part. Well put together frame, including a tapered middle and good muscular definition. What is this? A bodybuilding
magazine.
I don't care about his tapered middle. Highly alert. Trusts his eyes, following them to the ball.
Highly alert, so no narcolepsy with him.
But it's like, yeah, I would hope his eyes go to the ball. Either way, smooth accelerator.
Smooth.
He's a smooth accelerator.
Very good.
Smooth accelerator with excellent downhill closing burst.
Beautiful.
Generating real knockdown and fumble forcing explosiveness. Mm-hmm. Full service safety.
What do you need, ma'am? Full service safety here.
He'll service all your needs there, Murray.
You got to keep him out of the orchids of Asia.
Full service safety.
Whatever you need, ma'am.
Are these free safeties, strong safeties, or all safeties?
All safeties.
Okay.
Where you made me lose my spot. Full service safety, experience playing back near the line and covering receivers out of the nickel, showing impressive quickness, balance, and fluidity in his back pedal and transition.
But the negatives, what are they?
Weaknesses.
Undersized.
Highly aggressive and comes in too hot.
Ooh, a little too hot.
Well, that'd mean he'd be good against the run game.
Leading to occasional missed tackles and over pursuit.
Oh.
He isn't the consistent thumper his size suggests, so they're acting like he's good sized. So maybe, maybe we're off, Mazz.
Maybe.
Will run around blocks rather than fighting through them. That's a bad sign for here. More of an ankle swiper.
He's like a little baby or a kitten.
Better an ankle swiper than an ankle biter.
I was just going to say, more of an ankle swiper as a tackler than an intimidator. Put him on the board, the little ankle swiper there. Who was my next guy? Oh, yeah, this guy.
The guy with the,
Talanoa Hufanga.
He almost sounds like a Samoan or something.
6'1", 215.
A little bit bigger.
Okay. Strengths. Explosive and aggressive player, known for his willingness to deliver big hits and throw his body around.
Love it.
Tracks the ball well in a crowd, doesn't lose sight of it, even when things get muddled or bite on eye candy or false movement. He doesn't bite on eye candy.
No.
Well, you got a lot of that at USC.
Disruptive approach to coverage makes him a viable matchup piece against some tight ends. Okay, his weaknesses. He played as a box safety, but doesn't have the type of range teams will covet on the back end. Some schemes would he would be asked to move to linebacker as a pro. So this is
so he must be slow.
So as Alex Barth?
Yeah.
As Alex Barth points out in our videos, money backer. Remember this thing that we read yesterday?
Yeah.
He's a money backer.
Yeah.
Is actually a frame. It is actually a term. It's actually a new age term for kind of those tweener linebacker safety.
Adrian Phillips.
Kyle Duggar.
Yeah, right.
A guy that can play in the box or play with some range, money backer. So I don't know if this guy qualifies, but sort of seems like it and sort of seems right up Bill's alley, right? That sort of tweener, versatile money, but he'd be just in on someone like that.
By the way, I just looked up Devin McCourty for comparison's sake. 5'10", 195 he's listed as.
So there you go.
So this is in the range of safeties.
And this kid is apparently training with former USC safety Troy Polamalu, preparing for the draft.
There you go. So they used to abuse the crap out of Polamalu.
Yeah, because, again, he was a guy that would over-pursue.
Anyway, here's a third name, Tyree Gillespie from the University of Missouri.
I think we get a shot with this guy.
6 feet, 200.
Okay,
strong points. Gillespie played a lot of deep safety and flashed the kind of recognition skills and feel for angles to make plays all over the field.
Oh, they'll love that.
He has a quick trigger when coming downhill against the run. Like, what does that mean?
Means he diagnoses it and gets there fast.
No, but he's got a quick trigger when coming downhill against the run.
So but he's got to come in to make a run stop.
Well, he's already headed downhill when he pulls the trigger.
True.
You want the trigger off the snap before he even starts running.
Okay, so the writer's redundant.
I think so. That's what I'm trying to. Well, I think he put one before the other. Anyway, covering a lot of ground and finishing a lot of plays. He has good pound-for-pound physicality and will likely be able to hold his own in the box.
Hold his own what?
Weak points. He doesn't have great measurables. His instincts allowed him to play faster than he is, and his range is fringy to play single high.
I'm telling you, the measurables, the Patriots will throw those right out the window. They don't care about the measurables.
But I think that's the need. They need they need a rangy single high safety.
So again, what does it say? What's the first line? He plays well deep.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah.
He played a lot of deep safety and flashed the kind of recognition skills and feel for angles to make plays all over the field. But yet his weak points say his instincts allowed him to play faster than he is, and his range is fringy to play single high. Yet that's all that he did in college. That is a contradiction.
It is a contradiction.
But I don't think they need that money back, or they've got a couple of those, right? Like, I think you're good with that from Pat Chung, who retired, but, in this Phillips plays down in the blocks.
He does.
He was excellent, frankly, I thought.
You're talking about an eventual replacement for McCourty.
Yes, they need a deep, single high, rangy guy. And I don't know if this guy fits the bill. He could be relegated to a defense that plays a lot of split safety looks. His lack of top-end speed will also make it difficult to trust him as the last line of defense. Well, screw this guy. There's no shot.
We're getting one of these guys, though.
Yeah, you know what? It does make sense because they have to replace McCourty. And if he's got diagnostic ability, Bill will like that.
I think we're going to hit on the kid from USC, Hufanga.
Okay, and give me the pronunciation again.
It is, I believe, Talanoa Hufanga.
Okay, apologies for not even getting close to that.
I think my father used to say that to me when I was a kid.
No, Gesundheit. So, again, put them on the board. We'll do corners at the end of the show. We will get back to your calls after Murray's 90-second update. No commercials.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, Boston's home for sports is WBZ FM and HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub, the Beasley Media Group station.